All right, so there are only two things that you can change in Carrera Cup North America on the cars, and that is the driver, obviously pretty important, and the setup. So here at 311 RS Motorsport, we use the Setup Wizard, which is probably one of the best units there is on the market. Normally, fishing line, string, is the old style way to do it. This is a very, very, very modern system, and it makes things just easier, basically. It makes it easier on us. It wirelessly transfers all the information, camber, tow, all that stuff to our engineer while he's on a laptop. He can see all that instead of like him walking around the car with a little ruler, checking the string. Usually the wheel would be on the car. The problem is when you have the wheel on the car, you can't reach the suspension. And now with so much aero involved on these cars, the package is so tight. With the wheel on there, it fills up the whole fender well. So there's really no room to get up underneath the car or around. We have the double A arms up front here, so there's some adjustments up top. There's plenty of adjustments on the suspension arms below. So this unit is very compact, so that way you can get around the brake rotor really easily and make all the adjustments that you need. The car's on air jacks. It'll go back down on these pads. These are at the beginning of each weekend all leveled, laser leveled. They're perfectly flat, all four, each four wheels. These little rollers right here let the suspension settle and let the rollers kind of move out so everything settles as it would if the car rolls. You used to have to roll the car forward, roll it back to get it to settle right. So this system basically is incredible for our guys. It makes everything easier, quicker. It's important to have a system like this. So as far as setting up the cars, we have maximum camber limits, tow limits, ride height limits, things like that, and that keeps us in the regulation. But we have sway bars, we have all those other elements that I just mentioned, and that completely changes the way the car handles. If we have push, we might want to lower the nose a little bit or soften the front bar, try to get some more weight on the nose to help turn. If we have oversteer, we can do add wing, soften the rear bar, move things around. Maybe you make a turn, which is about 1.5 mil lower on the shock perch. That actually will change the camber as well. So as soon as you move one thing, other things counter effect and move as well. So again, this system is super helpful on that because it tells us exactly what we have. We make an adjustment on the ride height, tells us what exactly happened with the camber and tow and caster and things like that, so we can get everything back in spec. So when they're doing the setup, we have the driver's weight. This is Ryan's car. So we actually have bags of weight in here. So that's sitting in the seat and a little bit on the floorboard to tell the scales exactly his weight, so he just doesn't have to sit there and fall asleep. Every car has a weight limit for the driver's weight. So this car, because Ryan's a little bit lighter, he actually has a little bit of ballast weight, more ballast weight than my car does. Same thing, we have the Setup Wizard hub assembly, rear left. So that always goes on the rear left. This is sitting on the ground. We have marks on the ground to know exactly that's adjusted, so it's perfectly flat. It is critical that the setup is exactly how we want. A setup will help you with speed, tire life. They always change. Not only they change per track, they change per session depending on temperatures, track conditions, what rubber is down. We have other cars running around in another series with different rubber, not Michelin rubber. So that actually will change the way the car handles. So we're constantly evolving the setup to adapt to the racetrack. If there's more right-hand corners, we can kind of lean on the left-hand side of the car to be a little bit more aggressive and try to get some more grip out of it that way. We're constantly evolving this. So if you enjoyed learning about the 992 GT3 Cup car, subscribe and follow us on Instagram, 311RS Motorsport. And we have a lot more videos planned, more details all about this car, and look forward to showing them to you.